everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I headed to do my current healthy eating favorites, my healthy eating routine, something like that. A lot of you guys have been asking. I have lost a little bit of weight, just been getting healthier recently, and so you guys wanted some help, some tips, some tricks on what I eat, what I think you should eat. No way, shape, or form saying that everyone has to lose weight. Please do what you're comfortable. If you want to add a little bit of healthy eating into your diet, that's great. If you also don't want to and you just want to eat McDonald's all day, girl, you do you. I said not pushing any kind of weight restrictions here. You can be any weight, any size, as long as you're happy with yourself, that's what matters. Review of what my week looks like, generally speaking, of going to the gym. I go to the gym every day, not every day, usually about 6 to 7 times a week. I know some people think that's not healthy. That's just what I do. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. But I go and I typically run about 3 to 4 miles a day. So that means I run about 24 to 28 miles a week. I do some core exercises, but I don't always, and I used to cycle a lot more than I do now. I do sometimes. I would say the number one thing that you need to keep in mind when you're going to transition into a healthy lifestyle is protein. The first thing I have is this Vega protein smoothie chocolate. I got this at Whole Foods. So you can really use any protein. This is definitely not my favorite I've ever had. I wouldn't highly recommend this one, especially if you don't like the aftertaste of like funky stuff. I don't really know what the aftertaste of this is, but this is vegan. So if you're really worried about your dairy intake and stuff like that, there's no dairy in this, and it's gluten and soy free. Just use one or the other. So I have a lot of protein smoothies that I've made. I think I have one posted on this channel. If I don't, I'll just post like a recipe link to one down below. Staying on the topic of protein, these next things have been my recent obsession. I cannot get enough of them. So I went to Whole Foods one day and I had heard a little bit about the Quest bars, Pilates. I do a lot of her workouts also, or I used to do a lot more. I don't do as many of them anymore. And she teamed up with Quest bars, and I'd never heard of them before, and I was super intrigued. So I went and looked. And basically what they are these protein bars, and they have the coolest flavors, and they are the by far best tasting protein bars I have ever had. Like, I have tried so many protein bars, guys, more than I want to honestly admit to, like so many brands, and so these are definitely by far the absolute best. They have like 1 gram of sugar in them. Like, I know it has some fake sugar in it, so if you're really worried about that, I think it has stevia in it. I have the chocolate brownie flavor, the double chocolate chunk, you know, and the Quest Cravings protein peanut butter cups. So basically what I like to do is, my favorite out of all of these would definitely have to be the cookie dough ones. These taste so good. So what I like to do is I like to stick this in my microwave and microwave it for 10 seconds and then eat it, and it's so warm and it's so good, and it has 20 grams of protein in here. So if we're talking protein intake, you should be taking about half of your weight in protein. So if you are, let's say you're 110 pounds, you should be taking in 55 grams of protein. Get them at your local GNC. So if you have a GNC or a vitamin shop, I've heard you can get them there too. Continuing on the diet trend, this is the Forks Over Knives cookbook. So this, if you've never seen the documentary, which I honestly haven't seen the documentary yet, but this book is so good. This is a raw vegan cookbook. So everything that's in here is vegan. I had a couple recipes out of here, and they are delicious. Now, I'm not a huge tofu person, so I don't usually substitute in tofu. I usually just eat it without whatever that is. But the stuff in here is so good. It's great, especially if you're transitioning into veganism. I'm not a vegan, but this cookbook is great for anybody who wants like healthy eating things with lots of vegetables. You can order this off Amazon. I got mine for I think like $15 or something like that. But today I want to talk about our fruits. I just grabbed this one because it was out there in my counter, but you need to be eating a lot of fruit. A lot of what I eat every day is fruit. I just eat, like, the other day I ate 3 containers of cantaloupe and a container of watermelon. Like, a lot of what I'm eating is fruit, because fruit is high, although it is high in sugar, which a lot of people like to bring up to me, it's high in natural sugars unless you buy them out of cans. If you buy fresh fruit, you're getting natural sugars. If you're buying out of cans, you're getting processed sugar. But this right here, like, best thing ever. I love bananas. Like, just make sure that you're eating a lot of these. Even if you're not eating these for meals, you don't need to be eating fruit for meals if you don't want to, but eat that for like a snack. Fast food thing would be this Bare Naked Vanilla Almond Fit granola. So I love to make fruit parfaits with a little bit of yogurt and then some granola, and some fruit, and it is honestly really great. It's another great snack. Also can be turned into a meal if you really want it. If you made a hefty enough buffet. Great. I love this. This is vanilla. They have a bunch of different flavors. I love the Bare Naked because a lot of what they have in here isn't really processed. Like I can name everything on here and know what it is, so that's super great. And I've mentioned this before, I think they're awesome. I've had like 25 bags of this stuff. Final two favorite slash tips for you guys would be drinks. So the number one thing I would say is drink water at all times. Like whenever I go out to eat, I never get soda. I try and drink water as much because that's flushing out your system, and also your body just needs water in general. And second, when I'm not drinking water, I'm drinking tea. So this is the Palm Antioxidant Super Tea, Pomegranate Peach Passion White Tea. I love this stuff. It tastes so good, and I think there's 18 grams of sugar, which isn't great at all by any means because you're drinking a lot of sugar. But if you're transitioning over from a ton of soda a day, start picking up stuff like this. Start getting your sugary teas, because then at least you're transitioning into something better, and then you can get closer into juices, things like that, because I drink a lot of juices as well. The last thing that I'm doing is this is the Your Tea Detox. So I started this. I'm not finished with it yet. I'm in the process of it. I haven't seen too many huge results. I'm going to do a full review on this. Since I'm not finished with it, I can't really accurately review it or not. Basically what this is, if you don't know, it's worth of tea in this box, and then what you do is you drink the tea 30 minutes before your meal. And so it's supposed to help with bloating and things like that. I haven't really noticed a huge difference in general. So if you guys want a full in-depth review on this tiny tea detox, let me know and I will do one. I'm a week in, so if you guys want one, I can do it next week. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helped just a little bit. This is just a few healthy eating tips that I can give you guys. If you want some more, if you have any more questions, you can always tweet me on Twitter or something like that, and I will be glad to answer you in any way I can. I'm not like a healthcare professional. Like I don't know what I'm doing like at all times, so I can't always answer every question, but I will try to answer it to the best of my ability. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you back here later.